In order to create effective challenge statements, a couple of tips. Really, to set the context for this, it's why to use challenges instead of open forum submission. Some of this, if any of you have ran or thought about running these programs in the past, some of this might be information you've seen before or experienced firsthand. But for a lot of clients, this is the first time that they're trying out one of these types of initiatives, and they want to just keep things, just let employees submit any idea around any topic to the organization. What you're going to find is 70% of the ideas that you collect in that situation are going to be related to HR improvements. So why we suggest doing challenge statements is that you can really set the strategic objectives of the challenge and also set the context for the types of ideas that you're going to select and evaluate moving forward after you do that initial collection period with the engagement of employees. What we found over time, though, also, which seems counterintuitive, is that you're going to receive more ideas and also higher quality ideas. If you run these programs or these ideation challenges throughout the year, it helps increase long-term engagement. And then you can also control the influx of new ideas, because one thing that we really suggest for these challenges is making topics not coming open all year. We'll try to create essentially artificial scarcity by leaving them open for a month to 6 weeks, and then closing them, going through the evaluation process, resetting with a new challenge topic, and then relaunching the initiative. So a couple different methods for creating these challenge statements, and we'll share all these different resources with you that are relevant to help you get the program up and running. After the session, I think it's in the follow-up email, and if not, Hans, if something's missing, we can include that. But the second method for creating these challenge statements is a simpler method as well, but one that is really helpful to engage your leadership team with is inserting your objective, so you can have multiple versions of the slide next to each other. And what you're going to be doing is, what do we want to achieve out of this challenge, and really what are we trying to achieve as an organization? One of the biggest things that seems like very something that should be obvious, right, is that you want to tie the ideas that you're collecting to a strategic objective of the organization, so that the ideas, once you collect them, you can actually action them. A lot of the time, one of the biggest things that we see is clients not necessarily tying the challenge statements that they're running to a strategic objective of the organization. So by doing this exercise, it's really going to help you set that context and also get leadership bought in. So what you're going to do, insert your goal, objective, or obstacle that you're trying to overcome. Start to uncover the drivers behind that goal or obstacle right here. And an example of what this would look like, right, is increasing efficiency in the sales department, asking, why aren't we efficient today? And then documenting all those different areas that you'd like to improve. You can actually use a broader level topic, like you see up here for the objective for your challenge statement. Oftentimes, it's helpful to narrow it, as you see here. So if you have one of these drivers that's going to be a lot more important, right, or the main one that you're trying to target, like as an example, reducing appointment no-show rates, it's going to help provide additional context. You're going to get fewer ideas, but the ideas are going to be higher quality. And I kind of cover that in additional detail right here. So if you look at your goals on one end of the spectrum is employee engagement and maximizing the number of ideas and participation for employees submitting ideas. On the other end, you have, just really focusing on quality of ideas. So broad challenge statements are going to result in higher engagement in terms of the number of ideas and the idea posting rate that you're going to get. If you go to the other end, right, of the spectrum and you're looking at a narrower challenge statement, you're going to get higher quality ideas, but you're going to most likely get fewer of them. For the first challenge that companies run, we suggest starting with a broader challenge statement and then basically maximizing that engagement rate. It's going to vary widely per company. That's just our general rule of thumb. If you plan on running on a recurring basis, it's helpful to get everybody engaged in the process up front and then narrow the challenge statements over time.